So you likely already know about the tripod system in this game if you've done any sort of skill build for your character. When a skill hits level 10, you can have 3 tripods activated, making the skill stronger. You might have noticed, however, that when you hover over these tripods, you can see that they have even better effects at higher levels. Well, today I'm going to show you how to level these up and in turn, massively boost your character's build. And if you like this video, hit those like and subscribe buttons. I also stream Lost Ark on Twitch, so catch me there for some live content. Links in the description. And jumping right into it, once you hit tier 3 in Lost Ark and get your first set of T3 gear, you'll notice that every piece now has an added effect on it. These effects are actually levels for your skill tripods. All 6 pieces of your gear, including your weapon, can have tripods on them. And each piece of gear can have up to 3 different tripods on it. So there's a lot of room to get the tripods that you want. The upside of these upgraded tripods is that they greatly enhance the effects they provide for your skills. For example, at level 1, my Quick Prep tripod provides a -2 cooldown reduction, and at level 3, which is what I have right now, I get a -3 second cooldown reduction. However, at level 5, it provides a 4-second cooldown reduction, doubling the reduction from level 1. The downside of this is that the tripods you get on your gear are completely random. And because of this, there is something extremely important that you should do right off the bat when you hit T3, and you get that new T3 gear set, which is to set notifications. Ideally, you're going to want to level up your best tripods, the ones you use in your skill build, and not the grayed out ones that you never touch. However, since there are so many tripods for every class, and these tripods appear randomly, it's hard to hover over and instantly know which ones you want. To make this easier, all you need to do is open your skill menu and press settings in the bottom right-hand corner. Now, you can select the skills you use and click on the tripods that you want to keep an eye out for to level up. In this menu, you can track as many tripods as you'd like. And now when you get gear drops, you'll see the little tripod icon in the top right-hand corner of the gear, and you'll know that this has one of your saved tripods on it. Now you can dismantle the gear you don't want much easier, and you don't need to risk losing important tripods. Next up, I'm going to break down the tripod system for you. Since the system itself is a little bit complicated, as there's a lot you can do to save and move these tripods around. The maximum level for each tripod is level 5. And you'll notice that the levels of tripods on your gear drops are also random. Ideally, you're going to want to be using the highest level tripods that you can find. With that out of the way, the first system for tripods I'm going to cover is actually how to save your tripods. To do this, you need to head over to the Transfer Skill Tree NPC and click on the Inventory tab. In this menu, you can click on a piece of gear with tripods that you would like to save. And then at the bottom, you can click Save in Inventory. Now, if you've got a brand new piece of gear and you wanted to move your tripods over to it, you can simply go here and put your saved set right back onto it. It overrides any old tripods on the new gear, so keep that in mind. You can also only save tripods to the same gear slot that you saved them in. For example, transferring from a helmet to a helmet. And just like with your skill menu, you can also save multiple presets here by clicking on the 1 and 2 tabs at the top, in case you want to save different tripods for different gear builds. This inventory system is also very nice because it's free to do and it has a 100% success chance to move tripods onto new gear. However, you might not have the right tripods on your gear. For example, you might have one great tripod and 2 other ones that you don't really need. In that instance, you're going to need to transfer a better tripod to override the bad tripod. Which leads me to the system of transferring tripods. At the same NPC that you saved your tripods to your inventory, you can now click the Transfer tab. Here, you can select tripods from any piece of gear you have and transfer it to another piece of gear. And unlike the inventory system, they don't have to be the same kind of gear either. You can mix and match if you want to. Just keep in mind that the gear piece you take the tripod off of will be destroyed after the transferring process. And this is where the system adds in a little bit of RNG. A level 1 tripod is simple because it has a 100% success rate. So if you're moving a level 1 tripod over, you can do this without any worry. However, a level 2 tripod is significantly harder to move as it only has a 30% success rate. This can be raised with a material called Powder of Sage, which you can either craft in your stronghold or purchase from the Chaos Dungeon vendor or off the market. And again, remember, each piece of gear can only have a total of 3 tripods equipped and a maximum tripod level of 5, so mix and match mindfully. Also, tripods do not stack, as the game will just choose the highest level of the same tripod that you have equipped. And now that I've covered those two systems of saving tripods to your inventory and transferring specific tripods, I'm going to talk about the different ways that you can move your tripods to new gear. Remember, if you're using your inventory at the NPC to transfer tripods, always save your preset in that menu before transferring tripods to your new gear. This way, if you get a higher quality piece of gear that you want to transfer your honing levels over to, but you don't want to lose your tripods because transferring honing levels gets rid of your old tripods, you can just transfer the honing level over stress-free and then head back over to the NPC and reapply your saved tripods for free. This method is great because you don't need to worry about success rates transferring the tripods around, like you do when you're getting each piece of gear set up initially. Also, if you get a new piece of armor with 2 tripods that you want on it, instead of using the transfer system to transfer them over individually and potentially losing them, you can just save both of those new tripods to your skill inventory and then apply it over your current gear, as long as they are the same gear piece, for example, moving a chest piece's tripod over to your new chest piece. And also something to note, it isn't even possible to manually transfer 2 tripods over from one piece of gear, because when you move one tripod over, the gear you moved it from is consumed, meaning it disappears. And the gear is also consumed regardless of if you succeed in your transfer or not. So even if it fails, you won't be able to try again. So it's really up to you how you want to move your tripods around so that you can save your best combination of them in your inventory tab. Just be sure to keep an eye out for your saved tripods on your gear drops from Chaos Dungeons, Guardian Raids, and the like, so that you don't miss out on any ones that you want. I know that this system is a lot to take in, so feel free to rewatch any parts of this video that are confusing for you. I hope that this helps you out and that you have good luck getting your desired tripods and transferring them around successfully. Have fun with your upgraded skills, and I'll catch you all next time.